Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. We've got a really fun show for you. It's Thursday. It's our end of the week. It's June 27th. We love having you guys with us. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to give you some information, make you laugh, have a good time. We got some trivia at the end. And unfortunately, we have one person still serving detention with us. Clay, how's detention been this week?
It's been all right. Yeah.
So exciting.
He sounds like, that's the thing. Clay brings that energy that if Davey just had a little bit of Clay, oh my gosh, it'd be over the top and it'd be great.
I consider people that have never seen Clay, like they'll ask and say, hey, what's Clay look like at trivia and stuff like that? Is Clay really here and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And Clay's the handsome Eeyore. Okay.
No.
He's a good looking Eeyore is what it is.
He's like Dylan McKay from the 90210.
How old are you, Boomer?
I'm just telling you, he was the coolest kid in the class, and that's who he is.
No, Dylan talked way more than Clay.
No, he didn't.
And the fact that these two have no idea.
No, he didn't.
Even the show that you're talking about.
You can just look him up. He was the coolest kid on the show. He had the coolest car, Clay, and he was just very quiet, reserved guy. My favorite line, he told somebody one time that a girl was going to be bad for him. The guy didn't believe him. And
sound off, Mike.
Who's the boomer? Somebody pass the Boomer Award to Troy Blevins, please.
Where's the tile? Come on.
Well, we are the
There's
same
got to
age
be
now.
a tile for that around here that says Boomer. There's a tile.
Yeah, Davey, make that one up for us.
But no, Clay, he was the coolest guy out there, and he was trying to warn Brandon that this girl Emily was bad. Mm-hmm. Brandon's like, well, you just don't want me to date her because you're not dating her anymore. And he said, dude, you've been warned.
You're about to find out.
And he just walked away. And that reminds me of Clay right there. Clay gives you the short answer. He tells you just like it is, and he kind of walks away.
That's funny. I said the exact same thing to my friend recently.
You've been warned?
Yes.
He is Dylan McKay. I told you. All right, we're going to do a couple of reads. I've got a brand new, younger version of a Blevins sitting next to me tonight. I got all kinds of complaints that the other Blevins just looked too old last night. And so we've got a younger, better looking, handsome, smarter, more intelligent college graduate Blevins with me. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Davis.
And if you think you're going to get all the answers off the questions by sitting next to me, you're not.
He's there. I just realized that. Oh my gosh, Mike, you picked up on that so quickly.
I knew before he sat here. I said, sit wherever you want. I watched him calculating the odds of being able to see the answers if he was closer to me.
Yeah, I made him change his shirt. He was wearing like this white, it was once white shirt. It was a Rolex like from 6 years ago, Rolex 24. You could tell it'd been washed like 9,000 times. I was like, dude, you got to put a little color in your life. So I'm glad he looks good on camera. I was just looking down. So
the thought of you telling someone to change their shirt. I am going to laugh so hard tonight when I lay down. I'm going to go home and go, Troy Blevins told someone to change their shirt.
What happened to that Mercedes logo right there?
Oh, this shirt was handed down from you. So what you got to say? This is a shirt you gave me after you.
I gave you 2 new F1 shirts.
Yeah, but this one's good too. I have 4 F1 shirts.
Kids, we're on our way to the park. Behave yourself or turn this car around. Play it out, go by ourselves.
Dad, you instigated this one.
I did.
Captain Khaki.
Solar Stick. I do have my khaki pants on tonight. Solar Stick, established in 2006. They're a local, portable power company. Easy for everyone else to say. Proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing right here in the nation's oldest city. Take it away, Blake!
And Aber Kresge & Associates is a full-service local CPA firm with a team of skilled professionals dedicated to providing top-level service in the areas of tax compliance and planning for businesses, individuals, estates, and trusts, audits, reviews, and other accounting services, business valuations, forensic analysis, and litigation support. You can reach us at 904-460-0747 or online at www.aberkreskecpa.com. And a great partner is at South State Bank. The team at South State Bank is a group of bankers you can count on. Their approach to building long-term relationships with their customers is the best in the business. If you're looking for a banking relationship you can depend on, check out South State Bank. They got 3 locations to serve you in St. Augustine at State Road 312, State Road 16, and on the beach. Or visit our website at southstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
Very well done, Blake. Very well done. This is an important read that you're a part of at the end. Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just text or call Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, ensuring America's land one title at a time because
They give a damn.
that is right,
Crap.
baby.
Crap.
What?
We're good.
It's supposed to be give a crap.
We're fine. We're good.
Yeah.
He can ad-lib. You ad-lib every day. Get off his back, man. He's my co-host today, and he's not your son.
Yeah. I never have a script. I never go off a script. You know how that worked out. We tried that.
You were terrible.
Failed miserably.
You were terrible on the
Failed
script.
miserably.
Terrible.
We're like, okay, Troy's not going to go. Nothing's on script.
No. All right. I have something that went viral earlier the weekend. And I was really wishing Amanda would be here because it deals with moms.
Oh.
So we are going to go into uncharted
Tread.
territory,
We're
and
gonna
moms everywhere, you're allowed to correct us. We know that we are two dads and two maybe one-day dads, hopefully. And so we're going to guess at the answer to this.
Right.
So
Before we get started, I just want to know where this came from and how long it's been on our table.
months.
It has Pete's name on it.
Months.
You know, so
Months.
if I sit here, am I supposed to?
Oh, wait, Deadpool used that.
Oh, he did. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready
I
for
think
the
even Blake knew that reference.
I'm ready for the show. Ready for the show.
Oh, gosh, you guys. Pete's hand sanitizer's
Yeah.
going to be on.
I didn't know if it was reserved just for Pete.
So this woman posts that she posted on the Am I the A-hole?
Mhm.
She had invited another woman's kids over to play for a play date.
Play date.
And she told them in the play date that she was going to charge them. They were going to split expenses for the play date. So she itemized the juice boxes and the crayons and the food and the snacks and everything, and then sent the woman a bill for her son coming over for a play date. And she said, "Am I being a jerk about this?"
Yes.
Uh,
The answer is yes. But I can tell you this. I've witnessed 6 women at lunch and them trying to split a bill. Now, you and I go to lunch a lot.
Yes, with guys.
With other guys.
With other guys. Yes.
And it's always one person paying.
Yes.
Might be you, might be me, might be
The
whoever
waitress
is with
always
us.
looks relieved.
Yes.
Yes.
But I mean, even if it is one bill, they're doing the division and Venmoing each other immediately.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. I didn't eat the appetizer, but I did have an extra alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
And I didn't eat this, but I did eat
Yeah.
that.
I
and
only got the salad.
Yes.
So
I've heard that many a times from a table
Yeah.
of
So
ladies.
yeah. But
You never hear that. No one at the guy table will admit when figuring out the bill that they're the one that had the salad.
Yeah.
They've already been embarrassed by ordering the salad at the guy table. They don't want to have to pay for the salad.
No. You don't order a salad at a guy. If
No.
there's more than 3 guys
Don't
at
do
a
it.
table,
No.
don't order a salad. Just don't eat.
Just don't eat.
Yeah.
Just say, "I've got a stomach problem and I'm not
Yeah.
going to eat."
I
Clay,
had-
you have comments on this. I can hear you in there.
I had a raw steak for breakfast. You know,
It doesn't agree with
yeah,
me.
it's just not sitting right. Yeah.
All right, Clay.
I mean, yeah, if you
we have an echo.
He's on echo mode.
echo, yeah, if you order salad at a guy's table, you're gonna get made fun of.
You get
It just
roasted.
has to-
I usually, I think we do. You guys try to pick up the bill? Is that what you do, or you all split it?
Mike, no,
No, we never split the bill. No, you do not split the bill. Adults do
Clay-
not split the bill.
Clay, you've been out with me.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to pick it up when it's the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you've never been able to pick up the bill with me. I'm pretty good
Exactly. Yeah, I
when
appreciate
I'm out.
that.
So,
Especially
well, what
when
do you look
it's
at me like that,
alcohol.
Blake? You never pay.
I know.
Blake just looked at me like, "Oh, Dad, you're lying."
Dude, you're Dad. I've
Yeah,
never
you're
seen you
lying.
pick up a bill,
Yes.
except every time you paid for me for my entire 22 years.
Yeah,
23, actually.
Well, the first year you're on your mom's tab.
yeah.
Okay.
Just think about it. You guys will figure it out.
No, actually, he never was. He was an infamil baby. So
Thank you, Dad.
But, I mean, like guys don't worry about that separation a whole lot. You know, they know it's going to come around.
Yeah.
Like if I get you, then you get me next time. I mean, that's kind of the way it works. Unless I owe you like 22 lunches, it's because you haven't paid for lunch with me in like 2 years. Because I've lost.
You still owe me 7.
I know. I still lost every.
You're
bet
down 7
in the last 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So would you, Clay? Would you let your child go back to a house where you had to split the play day costs?
If the kid wanted to go, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Blake, what about you?
I mean, for the most part, I did. So did it say how old the kids were at the when?
It doesn't matter.
Old enough for a juice box.
I can tell you, my answer would be, don't worry about it. We'll have seems like you're having trouble.
Yeah.
Seems like you're having trouble. We'll have the play date at my house.
Yes.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Or I would send it and, you know, totally abuse that person for the rest of their lives for that moment.
See, but I think that's there's a difference, and there's a lot of difference between men and women.
Mm-hmm.
But we talked about that, like picking up the bill. Men love to give if you're good friends with somebody, it's just a constant needling, and you're saying stuff to them. You're like 7th grade picking on them.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, well, the guy likes me, and we're just having a good back and forth, right? In 7th grade, you didn't know. Might be even worse, but women, I don't think, joke that way.
Mm-hmm.
Women are much more serious about those kind of things. You know, you'll throw a guy under the bus and never think about it. And my wife will be like, how can you say that to them? Oh, we're good friends. Last week he said this to me. We're fine.
Just think about like what, and you know, we're not women bashing, but just think about like having a dad bod.
Mm-hmm.
If we said, oh, she's got a mom, we would be crucified.
Whoa.
We would never say anything like that, you know, but I'm proud of my dad bod. And, you know, people now will smack you and play with your belly and
You
stuff.
worked
And we're
really
okay
hard
with
to
it.
get. You worked really hard to get that.
Yeah. I earned this one.
Every ounce of it.
Yeah. So play with my bald head. Every weakness, the guys go right for it.
Yes.
I mean, it was like when we were growing up, and when you and I were growing up, your nickname was whatever your affliction was.
Yes.
But no one else outside your group could pick on your affliction because it's time to fight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, I've talked about my street. I was Troy. I luckily had a good nickname because I was really small.
Yes.
And I was Troy Boy. But we have friends, One-Eye Willie. He only had one eye. You know, Booby, he stayed on his...
but there was a One-Eyed Willie in the movies about that same time.
Yeah. But I mean, it was because he literally only had one eye.
I know, but...
And Booby, he stayed on his mom's boob too long. So, you know, he would have to go home to have lunch. And he was like 5, you know, and then, and we had, and this is the one where I know we're different than the society today. We had Crippled Scott.
Yeah.
Now we called him Crippled Scott. We called him Crippled Scott to his face.
Yeah.
We love Crippled Scott.
Yes.
But if anyone else called him Crippled Scott, we're about to fight.
It was a fight.
So what would have been my nickname with me having autism?
You shouldn't ask your dad.
Yeah,
you don't want this answer.
Hey.
Your nickname, if you're willing to handle it, your nickname would have probably had something to do with your stutter as a kid.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, say it.
It probably, I don't know.
You got to give him a minute.
I would either call you Repeat or like Porky Pig stuttered.
Yeah.
So you might end up with Porky.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, our game's a prime example of that.
Yeah.
Like all the nicknames that they had. So, but I think I would probably hit you with Repeat.
When we call Tim O'Neill the legend, it's not out of affection.
No.
We're making fun.
We're not telling you what he's legend of.
Oh boy.
Melissa, you're not wrong. You're just not wrong.
Oh yeah, and we
Clay,
smell funny.
any like when you were growing up, same thing, kind of nicknames, comments for other guys.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the group of boys that we hang out with, and when we all get together, we just give each other such a hard time. And but like, I would never do that to people I don't know.
Yeah.
No. This is I repeatedly said I only joke that way with friends, right? So if I'm joking with you, I really like you. If I don't know you, it's very straight up, very straightforward. I can remember going to basketball camp one year, and it was back when the Bulls were horrible, right? This kid wears a Chicago Bulls T-shirt to the first night of
Pre-MJ.
Pre-Cartwright.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the rest of the week, his name was just Chicago. Because couldn't remember his name, but we all knew he was dumb enough to wear a Chicago Bulls shirt. And it was it's like that was the guy.
Well, and I'll tell you this, at trivia, when teams come in, I always ask where they're from and stuff like that. And they'll introduce themselves.
Yes.
I will not remember their name 20 seconds after they tell me, but I'll remember where they're from.
And I sit next to my best friend at the time, Julio Moss, and the coaches are reading down the roster of kids. You got to yell here. And it's like, Julio, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. And I'm just like moving away from him, like scooting away.
Yeah. But Clay, I mean, you're 20 years younger than us. Did you guys have nicknames, whatever your weakness was? I mean,
like growing up, I don't think so, really.
Yeah, I mean, we had a guy named Dookie.
Right? We do too. He's going to be on TV tonight.
Yeah. Very similar reason, but he didn't quite
You're gonna
finish.
be okay. You're going to make it through the show.
He didn't quite finish it. He went out to football practice, and he still smelled like that. And ever since his like, I think he got the name in like 8th grade, and it never left him, and we call him that today.
Yeah.
So.
No, there are friends of mine from high school that have names for me. Most of them aren't repeatable on the show. And then there's people from college, and then and I can kind of like, if those kind of groups get there, why are you calling that? Well, that was my nickname for that period of time.
Yeah, I had some weird nicknames throughout my life. So Troy Boy's the one that really stuck.
Troy Boy's probably the good one.
It's the one that stuck the most.
Yes.
So I had Killer for 2 years in junior college.
Man, Karen, my cousin is just throwing serious. She's like, she's all kinds of stuff out there. You might have played ball against Poo Poo.
Poo Poo, yeah, I could have played against Poo Poo.
Played against it.
Yeah,
we're all rough.
Well, I did hear a new term.
Yeah.
Just the other day, and I've used it a couple times. And we live in a poop community. All right. Priced out of paradise. So we're getting priced out of paradise. We live in paradise, and we're starting to get priced out of. So a poop community is a great community. It's a paradise community, but the prices are going so high, you have to move out.
Is this a real estate term that you had to learn for your test?
No, it was like I just, believe it or not, I did learn to read.
This year?
Yeah, I think it was actually yesterday. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so appropriate for the town we're in. Mm-hmm. So.
Priced out of paradise.
Yeah. Ooh. Have you ever heard that before?
I have not heard that, but I fear because it's on this network that suddenly there's going to be a billboard that says poop. Mm-hmm. You're all priced out of paradise. Go back.
Yeah. What are you looking for? The billboard behind?
Hey. I was thinking like, hey, maybe for the morning show we put that back there.
Yeah. So the whole thing about the mom, I later found out after doing research because I was incensed. I never would have sent my kids over there. It was a joke. Mm-hmm. So this woman was just trying to see how many people would hate, how many responses she could get back.
She knew which parents were going to have which reaction.
So instead of clickbait, it was hate bait. Mm-hmm. It was just, I'm going to give you something that you can just hate on, and we'll see how far this goes and where it's at. So.
No.
I've never heard of somebody charging for kids to come over and do a play date.
Yeah,
well, and like I said, I would have reversed it on her and made her feel guilty. Like, no, don't worry. We got you covered. And I'd probably send the money and just say, hey, we know you can't afford play dates. Mm-hmm. And, just lay it on super thick next go around.
I would have, like, the next time I pick their kid up or something, held out my phone with the tip screen, what people do.
A little tin cup.
No, you wouldn't have. If you're really mean, as one, you would have sent her an anonymous link to OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can pay for these play dates.
Yeah. Yeah, instructions how to sign up. You're just not working hard enough.
You're just not trying. Oh, it's so bad. It's so very, very bad.
Do they charge kids on Halloween as well for like full-size candy bars as well?
She probably does. It's probably going to be the next hate.
That's the lady with her light off.
The lady with the light off.
That's the neighborhood lady with her light off. You know you have one in your neighborhood.
There's always one that doesn't participate.
Home.
Yeah.
You knew Mrs. Lohmeyer. I know you were home 20 years in a row.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right.
And you're the one that called my mom when I got in trouble.
So there's a little thing going on tonight between two really, really old people.
Yeah, discussion.
Not at a nursing home, which is shocking,
A discussion in an empty arena.
Discussion. How boring would that be?
How do I mean? I can tell you this.
I mean, I did that every time I ran for office.
The empty arena
Yes.
is super going to affect Trump. The empty arena is not going to affect Biden because he's used to it. That's what his rallies look like all the time.
Well, they had him practicing this week in an aircraft hangar.
Okay.
That's where he was practicing, in an aircraft hangar.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how that's good for you. I mean, Trump, you're putting a microphone in front of Trump. That's all he needs. He doesn't need an audience. Yes, he loves the audience, but he's going to talk anyway. Some of it's good, some of it's going to be bad, but he's 100% going to talk.
Yeah. No. I mean, but Trump's a guy who feeds off. We call him a counterpuncher, but he's a guy who feeds off the crowd. So he's not going to. He sometimes in these debates in the past, he goes, okay, that's a good one. I'm going to come back to that because he had the crowd reaction to it. He understands that, and I don't know how because sometimes even I mean, some people are funny, some people think they're funny. Even I miss on a joke.
Thank you for knowing which one I am.
Yes, I know exactly which one you are. But when you miss on a joke, like when Trump misses on a joke, he would know not to go back to it. Yeah. Right now, he's still going to think it's funny.
I got to tell you, there is an audience, and there is two people that are going to fire him up, and that's Dana Bash and Jake Tapper.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're both against him. So Trump is going to go in there, and I think if he's smart, he spends most of his time arguing with them and not with Joe. Mm-hmm. Right? I would argue with those two over the questions and the format. I wouldn't argue with Joe.
But he agreed to the format.
Which I give him full credit for. Mm-hmm. Joe, if you told Joe Biden you've got to go to Fox News, you've got to go before Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson and bring Tucker back to do the thing, right? Or Greg Gutfeld, and they're going to ask you the questions, and there's going to be an audience packed with Trump supporters. There's no way in hell he's going to that.
Well, do you think this is a setup where the next one he's going to say, okay, we play by your rules the first time, now you got to play by mine?
There's not going to be another.
Biden's not going to.
I don't see there's another. There's a lot of people out there. It's so kind of funny because everybody's trying to figure out what the conspiracy is, right? So there's people on one side that are saying, well, this is Joe Biden's last chance to stay on the ticket. Mm-hmm. I got news for you. They can't get him off the ticket at this point. Mm-mm. They may not even get him on the ticket in Ohio unless they convene their convention 2 weeks early and vote for him 2 weeks early, because in Ohio, he has to be the named candidate days before the Democratic convention starts. Well, so he may not be on the Ohio ballot. So they've got to, whatever they're going to do, they've run out of time to do it. You can't just change him in all these states.
You can't switch that.
They're stuck with him, but they don't want him.
Even what happened with McGovern in 72. McGovern in 72, way before they vetted people a lot better than what they do today. They didn't vet people. He picked a vice president to run with him that had previously had a lobotomy. All right? And
wait a minute. Can the rest of us here just think about the advantage of that today with some politician?
Most of them.
Just for a second. Just let me enjoy that.
Most of them, it would be helpful. But but in that time, well, lobotomies were never really helpful. But in that time, it became such a stigma. He had to switch his vice president about a month after he had already appointed the vice president. And no one ever got beat that bad ever. And it had a lot to do.
It had nothing to do with the vice president.
It had a little bit.
It had nothing to do with the vice president. It had nothing to do.
He got crushed.
No, he got crushed. That was also the convention was in Chicago.
Yeah.
There were riots outside of Chicago. There was a lot of unrest in the country, and he got crushed because he was a horrible candidate.
Yeah, but if Watergate would have been discovered 6 months earlier, it would have made a difference. Because I don't know if they'd have let Nixon run at that time.
Well, I will tell you this: if Watergate had been discovered in the 90s, Nixon would have been fine.
Yeah. Well, there would have been an impeachment, and then he would have got off free.
Nixon would have been fine.
Yeah.
We play politics completely differently.
I think I've asked you before if you've watched the documentary about the Nixon tapes.
First of all, all of them were stupid for doing it. The fact that he got caught doing it and what he was talking about on his own tapes, yes.
He's the one who required him to record it.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, the Watergate thing is nothing compared to the other stuff he said.
I thought Nixon was one of the most popular presidents.
Well, he won by the most ever in 1972. It was the biggest landslide victory in 1972.
Until Ronald Reagan rolled along in 1980 and 84.
Yeah. No, McGovern only won one state.
So did Walter Mondale.
Oh, Mondale.
Mondale only won one. So I get it, Mr. History Guy, but Ronald
Mondale
Reagan
only won one too.
Yes.
Yeah,
49
McGovern
to
won
1.
South Dakota. He won his own state. That's the only one he won.
I think Mondale won Minnesota or one of those states.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Is Trump going to win New York this year?
I'm really, if you give me like right before the election, I may take that bet.
Okay,
I know
all
that
right.
it's still a stretch bet, and I may make the bet along with like 2 other bets,
Okay.
right? If 2 of the 3 things happen, and we can come up with the other 2, like a what do they call it, a prop bet or whatever. We come
parlay.
up parlay. We
We'll
come
do
up.
parlay.
Thank you. We can come up with that. But he's within 8 points in New York,
Okay.
which
Which
is
in reality means he's within 4.
incredible.
Okay.
I mean, that's just an incredible. So yes, I feel better about that. I look at the debates and I Joe Biden just has to stay awake for it, and they're going to say he won. If he just stays awake, they're going to say he doesn't
On
even have to
CNN.
put a coherent sentence together. He just has to stay awake.
Do they have a Republican and a Democrat response? Do we know that?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I've got questions in here about the debate, so I don't want to tip off any of those. But I think it'll be watched. I don't think it changes very many opinions. The people that are voting for Biden, if Biden were to fall asleep, are you still voting for him? If Donald Trump admits that he did all these bad things, I'm still voting for him. So it doesn't change the
I'm voting for the guy who's
percentage.
not there.
You're voting for.
I'm voting for a Kennedy. I've never
I
got
thought
a
you were
chance-
voting for Jill Stein.
That's not a bad one either.
I thought you vote for the Green Party this time.
It's not a bad one either.
I know what an environmentalist you are. I know how much you love recycling day.
I've never had a chance to vote for a Kennedy. It might be my last time.
Might be your last chance to vote for a Kennedy.
I thought you were voting for literally anyone else.
Well, that's what Kennedy's there.
No.
There's that guy. That guy.
Oh,
The
the guy
eighth grade
literally
teacher
anyone else, yeah.
that changed his name to literally anyone else.
Yeah.
No, I think the media has already decided that Biden will have made this comeback. There might be a few stories out there that say he didn't, but I do think there is some panic in the Democratic Party. Nate Silver, you remember who Nate Silver was?
538.
538. He had an article on some Substack or something today where he basically said it's not close right now. Donald Trump's winning, and he's winning by more than people are giving him credit for because of a lot of bias, but that right now he's got like a 61% chance of winning the Electoral College, and he has a chance of winning the popular vote.
What was his percentage like going into the 2020 election?
He was losing.
Yeah, he was slightly behind.
He was slightly behind. At this point in time, Joe Biden had a 4 or 6 point lead 4 years ago. So, and kind of the comment is from Silver is, I don't want this guy. I don't want Trump to win, but if I got to tell you who I think's going to win based on the analytics, right now it's Donald Trump. So I think one thing Trump just doesn't need to screw up tonight. Just please keep your foot out of your mouth.
And Mike, we made this prediction 6 to 8 years ago. The Latino vote is going to keep continuing to shift to the Republican side. And that we're seeing that more in this election
Yes.
than we did last election and what we did, obviously, going all the way back to 16. I think we made that prediction in 16 that they're still Democrat, but they're going to move more towards the Republican side because of the family-based decision.
This hurts me to say this.
Yeah.
When you say we, I appreciate you involving the show at the time, but it was you that made that prediction.
Yeah.
You were the one that said that, and it was very true. I will tell you this. I think part of the reason the African-American vote is shifting to Trump this time is because African-American men have had it with some of this craziness that's going on.
Yeah.
And they've also had it with it's harder to make money at a job. It's harder to pay your grocery bills. It's harder to get gas. It's harder to move up in society. They're on the front lines of work, and they're like, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing
Yeah, they're working harder and getting less.
Getting less.
So.
Yep. And it's very easy to see that when Trump was in office, when they worked hard, they got more. So it's very easy for them to say that. I mean, for people in the Biden administration, and I consider Janet Yellen on the Fed in the Biden administration, even though technically she's not, says, well, I don't notice anything at the grocery stores. You're worth $20 million. You're not going to, first of all, if you really actually go to the grocery store yourself, I applaud you. You have $20 million. You haven't hired somebody to go do that. I appreciate the fact that you'll go get your own groceries.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bother you because it could be $1 million and a year in groceries, and you're still fine.
Yeah. No, I had to stop taking Blake and Rebecca to the grocery store with me because it was costing me too much. So they
Are you an impulse shopper?
Sorry for liking the best meats. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm an impulse shopper, right? Like if I just walk through there and I haven't had something in a while and I went, like Darcy goes, very consistent what comes home. If I go with Darcy, it is amazing the stuff that comes home.
That's pretty much the way it is. When I go, I'm focused on this is what's there. Now I've been taking I've been taking Maeve the last couple of weeks, so it's starting to climb up a little bit. But I might have to go back solo again because both Rebecca and Blake are like, "Hey, we need this." It's not on the list.
Ain't on the list.
Yeah,
Do you
but
go to Publix?
huh?
Do you go to Publix?
Yeah, I go to Publix. So,
Check Aldi's, man. It's literally a quarter of the price.
yeah.
Yeah. But
So Aldi's is cheaper. I will tell you this, the secret, there's a difference between the Publix on the beach price and the Publix in town price.
Okay.
oh yeah.
Some items buy as much as $1.
Yeah, I can tell you this: the buy one get one freeze when they're there, and you know you're going to use it. Get it because it's going to be gone the next week. And
Well, I'm going to tell you this. That's how I know what's on sale. I don't read the tags anymore. So when I walk down the aisle, if it's full price, it's fully stacked to the face of the shelf. If it's half price, it looks like it's a vital item that you need during Hurricane Survival Week, and it has been like mauled through, and there's maybe one left.
yeah,
That's how you know that it's 2 for 1. You don't even have to go. You don't have to go look.
yeah. Do you and Darcy go to the grocery store together, or you just go separately? Or
We it depends. The
divide
funny
and
thing about
conquer?
us is we're going to go once this week, and we're there like 3 times.
okay.
Like one of us will have to run in and get something, and so yeah, I have a frequent flyer card at Publix. It is awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm a once a week. I'm pretty rich. My OCD really kicks in. So that I know Sunday morning that's what I'm doing.
No,
So
I if I have to go, I just run in and go.
okay.
My favorite place to go shopping though is the Chop Shop.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
The Chop Shop is the bomb.
Yeah.
So good.
It is excellent. So yes.
Yeah.
All right. It is.
Oh, it's time.
It's 5:30. So you guys have to put your phones down.
All right.
I have to pretend I'm the really smart kid in class,
You have all the answers.
and I have all the answers, and Blake is cheating off of me.
Davey and I had trivia this morning, and we tied.
Oh,
So
was it? What was some of the questions?
there were some history questions in there. There was some
1812.
Yeah, War of 1812.
Yeah.
There was a music question in there. I mean, it was probably about.
Queen, Bohemian
6.
Rhapsody.
It was exactly it.
I wasn't even playing, and I got an
It was
answer.
exactly it.
Oh, shoot.
But there was a Beethoven and Mozart one. So
All right. So we got Blake, Troy, Clay. We have all kinds of really, really fun stuff here we're going to talk about tonight.
Blake, don't look at this paper. If I
No.
see your eyes going down, I will kick you out, just like the trivia on Tuesday when I catch them cheating.
We talked about this yesterday. I'll let that one go. We won't do that one. All right. Which
I think that means I'm going first.
Yeah,
Blake
exactly.
Blevins,
You
you're
sat
up. We
there.
go around the room.
You sat in pole position.
You sat in pole position. Which former Democrat governor said on Bill Maher's show last Friday that the Trump trial should never have happened and only happened because it was about Donald Trump?
Rod Blagojevich.
Ooh, interesting. Another convicted felon. Didn't Trump commute his sentence?
He
there?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great guess.
The guy from Como.
Clay?
I'm going to take Blake's answer.
Troy is now in the lead. It was Governor Andrew Cuomo. It was shocking for me because he's no fan of Donald Trump.
He said it on Bill Maher like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he did. I thought it was last week. I thought it was last
It might
Friday.
have been last Friday.
It was last
It might
Friday,
have
which
been last
seems
Friday.
like 2 weeks. This week was
It might have been
incredible.
I watched 2 back to back, so I'm
Yes.
not sure which one. Charlemagne was on.
That was
That
2
was 2
weeks
weeks ago. Okay.
People still watch Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Yeah, I catch up like 2 at a time.
Bill Maher is, there's certain things he says that are interesting, and I'm like, okay, that's worth listening to. And then there's other things I'm like, there's no way I can agree with
Yeah.
that. And the show
but
that he
you
does
know-
on his own, where he's just high as a kite, so it depends on the guest. But
But he one thing with him is you're getting him and not the Democrat Party's response. He truly believes what he's saying. It's not, he doesn't have the political reason behind it. Like if a senator who's a Democrat from Iowa, he's just regurgitating what the party says.
Yeah.
Bill Maher gives you what he truly thinks, and whether
Yep.
you like it or not, it's truly what he thinks.
yes,
So
100% agree.
yeah.
But, and there's times I've agreed with him on certain items, and he'll like, in a monologue, I'll go, I really agree with you. Then it was like three things in a row. I'm like, no. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay, I get that one.
But I get that with him. All right. Next question.
Yes.
New York Times will have how many fact checkers employed tonight to fact check the debate? Troy Blevins.
32.
Clay.
I'm gonna go with 100.
I'm going to say 69.
Nice.
Although good answers from you too. The answer was 29. They will have 29 people assigned to everything Donald Trump says. No word on if anybody's going to fact check Joe Biden. No fact checking whatsoever.
I'm pretty sure they'll be fact checking both, but you know, you're
All right. So I don't even know if
are
you
you
guys.
wearing a red hat tonight or during the debate? I know you
Darcy
wear
talked to you about what my attire was.
I know you wear a Florida State hat when you watch
I gotta
Florida
say,
State, but are you wearing a
I walked
MAGA
out of the
hat?
house today at 6:15. I have a meeting after this to go to at 7. I probably won't get home till 9. If I can stay awake for 10 minutes of this
Yeah.
thing, it'll be a miracle.
I think as soon as I think Joe Biden's like listening to the Calm app.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Red Bull. I'm probably still going to fall asleep.
Yeah. Okay. Paige Van Zandt used to be a UFC star.
Mm-hmm.
She has now found a new way to make money. Clay, how is she making money?
Oh God. OnlyFans.
Blake?
She used to do bare knuckle fighting as well, but now she does OnlyFans, and I believe she's also getting into the power slap thing as well. The competitive slapping that Dana White started.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Okay, you guys are all, everybody's right.
Mm-hmm. It's only yeah.
Yes. I'll ask Blake later what he rates her.
No.
I think Troy was gonna say power slapping. Like.
Yeah. No. I'll tell you the truth. I was going to say power slap because I knew she was getting into that.
Would you like me to take a point? You.
Yes.
Take a point.
I was not going to say OnlyFans. I'll be honest.
Okay.
So,
They're catching up to you. They cut your lead in half.
yeah.
Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah. Well, Clay called me out and I couldn't deny it.
Yes. Sorry.
No,
Only
you're
friends
good.
would do that, you know.
No, you're good.
Matthew Modine.
You're good, Eeyore.
Matthew Modine was incensed this week because Amazon changed the artwork on the poster for his Full Metal Jacket movie. What words did they take off of his helmet?
Oh, dang. I'm gonna say what's on the helmet?
I'm trying to think of it right now.
War and guns.
This is my weapon. This is my gun. One is for
Okay,
pleasure.
okay.
One is for fun. I'm gonna say probably the word God.
Okay. Clay?
God bless or something. Yeah, something with the word God.
Say USA.
So he said, not only did they alter a piece of iconic art by Philip Castle, but they completely misunderstood the point of it being there, which is duality of man, but it was the saying born to kill. And right next to it was a peace symbol.
Yeah, I now I visualize it in the script.
I got to give Davey a point.
What did he have it?
No, he wrote 904 now. That's the Davey's got to get a point on that one.
That's clearly artwork.
Yes, that's artwork. If it had been 904 now,
Okay.
that's artwork.
Give Davey a tile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to say
No, but
that.
I now with the word artwork, I mean it's very iconic.
Okay.
So what they took off? Kill?
Born to kill. They took the whole thing
They
off.
took the whole
The
thing
whole
off.
born to kill
okay.
off. They blocked
took
it
the
out.
phrase off.
They
Oh,
took the
okay.
phrase off of the helmet, which
Dang.
was it. And I did not like the movie. I didn't like it at all. I understood what it was about. I just didn't. It wasn't one of my favorites. Which means, Davey,
Yeah.
you should probably watch it. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, I like the movie. I mean, Sergeant Holko was better in Stripes, but
Sergeant Holcomb was awesome.
yeah.
Not as good as an officer and a
Sergeant-
gentleman.
Oh,
Lou
yeah.
Gossett Jr.
Oh yeah. I got nowhere else to go.
Mayonnaise, you're gonna quit.
Mayo.
Mayo. All right. Which is funny. They wrote the role for a white drill sergeant,
No,
and then he
was-
got
was-
it, and they're like, "We need to change." He's like, "Nope, I'll play it just like it is."
Yeah.
And it was awesome. He was.
Yeah.
It was like this. All
that was a great movie.
right. So
Mayonnaise.
mayonnaise. There's a whole 50 states, and it's
Mm-hmm.
what the hourly wage is you need to live in the state if you're single, right? So
Okay.
what your income would be for a year. So which state do you have to earn $55.78 an hour to be able to live in?
Clay.
Clay goes first.
Yep.
Do I go first?
Yep.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
I'm gonna say for 55. I'm gonna say all 50 states.
All
Yes.
50. Yep.
I'm gonna say. Honestly, it feels like Florida, but
Feels like
I'm gonna say.
looking at my bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Georgia.
Okay.
I was gonna go easy and just say California.
All right, I think it's between Alaska and Hawaii, and I'm going to go Alaska.
All right. So Alaska's way down the list at 16. Hawaii's number 2. You would
Okay.
have been there. California's 3. Massachusetts is the most expensive state in the union. So Blake, what's the least expensive state in the union?
I'm gonna say if Alaska's down there, I'm gonna say South Dakota.
Okay.
Mississippi.
I'm going to say Texas.
Louisiana might be up
I
there.
should have
too.
given you a hint. I should have said it's the state where the toothbrush was invented.
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
West Virginia. See, when I say it that way, you guys all get it.
West by God, Virginia.
West by God, Virginia. Where is Florida in the ranking?
I'm going to say they're probably midway. I'm going to say they're. Is it me first?
Yeah.
Whoever comes closest to the number. I'm going to say they're 20th.
Clay?
I'm gonna say they're 23rd and like $30 an hour.
I'm gonna say they're number 9 with like $38.
All right. They're actually number 22.
Okay.
So Clay gets the point. One away. One away. And it's
He said 23rd.
$44.86.
How much?
$44.86.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
$44.86. Really kind of interesting. It gets really disgusting if you look at the numbers in some of these big states. If you have a family of 2 or a family of 4, it's just incredibly ugly and hideous. All right, who's up? Clay?
I just went.
Clay just went?
Well, no, it's
I went. I said 20. You
Yeah.
said 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get all these Democrat mailers, and Joe Biden is constantly trying to raise funds, and so I get all these emails. And the one I got this week was if I just participated and sent money in, I would be entered in a lottery, and I would be invited and flown to go eat this item with Joe and Jill Biden. So what item would I be invited to eat with them?
The heads of their enemies. No,
It's not the Clintons.
no. I would say what's a very PC food? Broccoli.
Broccoli. Well, you know it's not W or HW because he wouldn't eat any of that stuff,
he's
right? Or
sick.
W, yeah.
He didn't do green.
Nope.
I'm gonna say tacos.
For Jill, yeah, creative.
Well, just because of the party they're in, I want to say kale. You know, just
Yes,
because
yeah, which is a garnish.
yeah.
It's it's not a food. It's a
but
garnish.
now it's
people.
an actual food.
No,
I'm
it's a
not
garnish.
sure.
Don't eat it.
Yeah, I've tried kale chips and like, oh, these are great. Try these. Okay, it tastes like dirt.
It tastes like that name of Karen's husband's baseball playing buddy. What it tastes like. What do you got?
Poo poo. Is that the answer? Poo poo. I'm gonna say it's.
Oh,
I don't think it's an animal.
Oh,
I just saw it in the comments.
hey!
I don't know. Is it mac and cheese?
It's
I don't
ice
know.
cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
It's ice cream. Oh my gosh! It was a layup, and you guys all missed the bunny.
Joe Biden's made us forget that he eats ice
ladder to
cream.
basketball, so just drop this in, and you guys all blew it.
How did we all miss that?
Ice cream.
That could be the worst answer. 3 answers put together because all 3 of us
It was
should have
ice
known.
cream.
But here's the thing: if the first person would have said it, all of us would have said ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Because we would have
man.
known right away
The
that was
second I
it.
saw it in the comments, I was like,
But we were looking for real foods.
My cousin Karen got it right, and I gave her a point on the board. Right now, Davey, Karen, and Blake have 1. Troy has 2. Clay has 2.
But
OnlyFans.
will it be vegan ice cream though?
Can I get my point back?
Will it be vegan ice cream?
Okay. Last year, who's up first? Blake?
Yes.
All right, last year, in the budget that was passed, they increased the number of IRS agents. So they hired a bunch of new IRS agents. So what percentage did penalties go up this year over the prior year? So IRS agents combing through returns to find out people who had made mistakes and tried to cheat the IRS, one or the other, and penalties went up. What percentage did they go up, Blake Blevins?
I'm going to say 52.5%.
69%.
I'm gonna say 30%.
300%.
Oh.
300%.
On the board with 69.
I gotta finish my taxes.
300%.
Wait, what?
It's
I
not
have an extension.
The IRS hit Americans with $7 billion in tax penalties in 2023, a record high that marks a nearly 300% increase from the prior
We know
year.
you're struggling paying the bills and groceries, but here's another one. Yeah, that's
Can't
nice.
pay your taxes here.
That's correct.
Oh,
Now you're gonna go to jail.
yeah.
All right, who's up first?
I believe it's me.
It's you. All right, local fishing guy in Arkansas was out on a lake, river, and they find
Was in the ocean.
there was a bunch of dogs that had been chasing a deer that got lost, and they were in this body of water. How many dogs did this local fishing guide rescue?
Those beagles can get out of control. I'm going to say 26.
I'm gonna say 15.
I'm going to say... What was yours?
I'm 26. He's 15.
All right, I'm going to say 21.
Went in the middle.
38 dogs.
Jeez.
38 dogs. It took multiple trips to get them all in the boat. He couldn't get them all in the boat, and they all had numbers written on them and all kinds of
I was
stuff.
going to say, were they wearing collars? Because, I mean,
38 dogs. What was
It
your
was a-
answer?
26.
26, so 38. You were 12 off. Kathy, we got to give Kathy a point now, too. So, because she was.
That's Blake you just erased. Oh,
No, I put him back on
Wait,
there.
how does
I
Troy
got him
have
back.
4 now?
Because he's
I got the last two.
He got the last two right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numbers questions.
He's really good at that.
Yeah.
What percent? Who's up next? Clay?
Me.
Clay's up.
What percentage of people say Biden's policies have hurt them since being president? This is a Monmouth poll, not a Fox News poll. It's a Monmouth poll.
Monmouth.
Blake always wants to know where these polls are coming from.
Monmouth.
Monmouth.
I'm gonna say 64%.
Where'd you get that? I got it at Monmouth.
Monmouth.
64%? All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 82%.
I'm going to say 69.
87%.
Jesus. I'm trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
So were those 87% of the people. It's like, yes, it hurts. All right, Blake, you got two. I'm trying to see. I'm still getting
You're
answers
tied with Clay
in.
now.
Yes, tied with Clay. All right, Hollywood. We're coming back from that C word thing. They're trying to recover. So in 2017, 18, and 19, they did $11 billion, right, in domestic sales, movie sales. That dropped down to $2 billion in 2020. Okay, where are they at today? It's 2024. How much money through 6 months have they taken in? And I think Kevin Costner will probably help a little bit this weekend, but where are they at?
What was the first number?
Like
The first number back in 2017, 18, and 19, and
11
really
billion.
it was 15, 16, 17, 18. They were all 11 billion, right, in
And it
sales.
went down to 2.
Went down to 2
in
billion.
20.
So where are they at now in 2024, halfway through the year? Same point in the year.
I'm going to say 4 billion.
I'm going to say 5.
I'm gonna say 3.
Clay gets it. 3.3 billion.
Wow.
Is where they're at now.
That's painful.
Last year they did 9. So they're not even halfway to where they were last year. That's how bad Hollywood has been this year.
Wow.
That's how
I
bad.
can't think of a single movie that's come out.
Well, Barbie helped them last year.
Barbie,
and
yeah.
Oppenheimer. Those two.
Well, wait, hold on. These are 2024 movies,
yeah,
correct?
yeah. These are 2024.
But
But that's
20
that's why they got to that 9
Last year is those
year
couple of
because
movies,
of those two movies. It gave a tremendous boost to it. So
Right. There's an iconic 70s band. Iconic.
Okay.
It was one of the greatest bands ever. They are in a fight with Disney. They're suing Disney for $20 million because they feel Disney has taken advantage of this iconic band. What iconic band is suing Disney?
Was it you first? Or is it me first?
You.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
The Eagles, okay.
I'm gonna go Kiss.
I know it broke up in the 70s. I'm going to say Fleetwood Mac.
It is the band that you dance to at every single wedding today.
Every
And
single.
we're going to the YMCA to dance.
Oh wow!
The Village People.
Wow!
What
How
do
can
they
you take
do?
advantage of the Village People, Disney?
They went through a lot of people.
They did.
I don't know if any of the original villagers are there.
The Village People.
Yeah. In the Navy.
Can you be a macho man?
Yeah. Macho
Ooh,
man.
yeah.
You remember that song?
Be a
They
macho
they
man.
only really had 3 songs in my. that I remember.
YMCA in the Navy, and then
Macho Man. Yeah.
Yeah, Davey, that question was for you, and I'm shocked you didn't get it right, Davey. Shocked.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're still around.
Yes, they are still. Well, they're still around. The wife of one of the lead singers who wrote all the hit songs is the one that said, "Hey, we got really
Wait.
completely treated." Yes,
Huh?
that's what the article says. I'll let you read it.
Hold on.
The
Karen
white
Willis,
lady-
the wife of Village People longtime lead singer Victor Willis, filed a lawsuit that Disney tried to dismiss last year.
I don't
Sure.
think he was in the Navy then.
Maybe his friends were.
Okay.
Maybe his friends.
Okay.
Did you listen to this? Did you actually read the lyrics of YMCA? And then sure
I'm
that
pretty sure he knows the background.
yeah.
I grew up it. I lived it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to read it on Wikipedia. I lived it.
Yeah.
I watched them on every variety show,
Yeah.
every single one.
Behind the music over here.
Why do you think I
Yeah.
became a construction
No,
worker? I
they're
thought that guy's outfit was cool.
They were on the Donnie and Marie show.
Yeah. Ed Sullivan. They were on not Ed, but they were on every
Yeah,
variety
it was already
show.
gone probably by that time. So they were on
Sonny and Cher,
American
Bandstand.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, they're on all of it.
Yeah.
All right, Davey, if you can name one more song of the Village People, I give you a point.
I only know those 3.
No, he's got those 3. He threw Young Man in there. Was Young Man part of Young Man's the lead
young
off
man.
there. Okay, so
Well, you're down on
Florida
your
Man
luck.
story. You guys may get it right. You may not.
Okay.
Florida Man went to the beach searching for sea turtle nests.
Clay's got to go
He
first.
found cocaine. Estimated at how much money?
Cocaine turtles.
Cocaine Turtles would be a great movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
They become super fast.
Why do I have to go first? Because you had it this morning.
No, I went first last time.
Yeah.
So
We're just rotating
Shigeri
around.
won,
Yeah.
so you go.
Yep.
$4 billion.
Okay, that's way too much.
Hey,
You're the one who
inflation,
said
man.
100 lakes for Michigan, so
I said worse.
you
I
can't be
said
critical.
We're not
of
even
it.
going to talk about the Houston answer.
All right.
I know what it is now, Mike, and I know there's only I now know there's like 8,000 lakes in Florida, or there's 6,000 lakes.
No,
Damn.
it says a land of 10,000 lakes, but we're gonna go ahead. So you're
We
only-
asked.
I'm
We
trying to
it
stop
was
you.
a Florida lakes question.
If you want
All
to
right.
catch your dad, answer the question.
All right, 65 million because this was actually a story on the story like months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 65 million, so he can't get ahead of me, because that means I at least tied
You know,
with him.
the absolute sad thing is that I ought to give Clay the point because he didn't argue.
That's true.
But it was $4.8 million.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
$4.8 million.
I knew he was
So-
too high, but I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna take the chance, because that way we both get
Yeah,
points.
4.8 million. And Davey's getting gets one because he was at 4.3.
Yeah.
All right, who's up?
It is
Me.
Blake now.
It's Blake up. Okay. Blake Blevins, what time did Clay wake up today?
8:57 a.m.
10 a.m.
Clay, what time did you wake up today?
12:30 p.m.
Clay gets a point. Don't tell me this
Yes.
game's rigged.
Yesterday was 10 a.m.
Yes, but I said I got up early yesterday.
Yeah, you did say you got up early, so I was just going with it
Lucky
again.
you.
Yes. Yes. I don't want to do that question. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 states.
Okay.
Okay. You have to tell me which one of these laws is still on the books in which state.
Okay.
Okay. So all of you guys. So parking fees for elephants, pickles must bounce, and donkeys are not allowed in bathtubs.
Okay.
So if you just just pick one of them, give me
one state has all three of
no,
them.
no, that's three different. I'll get this right. Which state has parking fees for elephants is not allowed? Which state?
Are you giving us choices on the states or no?
Yeah, I'll give you choices on the states. You got Kentucky, Kansas, Florida, Arizona, Alabama. You got 1 out of 5.
Okay. Alabama seems like that would be the right one because of the roll tide, but I think it's almost too obvious, so I'm going to go Kansas on that one.
Clay?
Florida.
I'm going to say Alabama.
Florida is the answer as Clay surges into a tie for the lead. A tie for the lead. Okay.
Clay, you're going first here.
Which state?
Last two questions feel like we're having a Pete moment with trivia.
Yes.
Yeah, I already.
So are these questions AI generated?
No, they're not AI. Which state? Let's see which one I want to do. Pickles must bounce. Let's do that. Okay. Which state has a ban that says pickles must bounce to be legally considered a pickle? Fraudulent pickle peddlers beware. They could be busted if they don't bounce. All right. So Texas, South Carolina, Minnesota, Connecticut, or Arizona? Clay?
Arizona.
I'm going to say Arizona.
I'm not going to say Arizona because they don't grow pickle or they don't grow cucumbers there. So I'm going to go with South Carolina.
Connecticut.
That was
Connecticut.
Okay.
Yep. No greased pig contests. All right. No greased pig contests. Who said Connecticut? Karen's doing good.
So I got to go first.
No
there.
greased pig contests. You ready?
No, I had to go first.
Texas.
No, he started that one.
Minnesota.
You both said Arizona.
I said it first.
He said Arizona, you said Arizona, and I said South Carolina. So you got to go first.
Oh, the hell was...
All right, no greased pig contests.
Got it.
All right,
Texas, Minnesota, Kentucky, Indiana, or Florida?
I'm going to say Minnesota.
I am confident it is not Florida. Either that or I broke a lot of laws.
How many times are you a
Don't
fella?
ask follow-up questions.
What did you do?
What did you go with?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Kentucky, Minnesota, Texas, and Florida. What was the other one?
South Carolina.
I'm gonna say Minnesota also.
You said Indiana on there? So you made that one up.
I think I made that one up. Yeah.
What were you?
That would not have been the answer, is what he's telling you. So go with Indiana.
Texas.
Minnesota. Dang it, I almost had you there, Clay. The way you play when you're tied
Keep saying
is you keep saying the guy's answer in front of you.
Just hold on to the tie.
You just hold on to the tie, baby.
Taking a risk.
That's what I did with Blake on the millions. So.
I know. It was really
I'm so
really
glad
good.
I got the pig question
All
right.
It's 5:50. It's 5:58. So we just got a minute. You guys have bollocks tonight. You've got an incredible special guest who's going to talk about something very personal to himself today. And I'm talking about the problems your dad has with being normal.
It would be a 7-hour show.
A 7-hour show. Blake, what's the topic on bollocks tonight?
The topic tonight is like the history of Asperger's and personal struggles with Asperger's, plus some famous people that do have autism/Asperger's.
Okay.
So a lot of history with it, and some stat. There might be some stats, but I mean, it's more about Blake telling his stories and some of his struggles and some of his I'll talk about his victories. He won't talk about those, but
I have victories.
You have lots of victories, brother.
You just sat here through an entire show. You did all the reads today. You do all the production here. You got victories, brother.
On camera.
Yeah, Mike understands. You didn't talk until you're 4. So I mean, you have a lot of victories that you worked hard to get there. So
Blake, you're an amazing success story, and I think you should talk about that today, and be proud of what you've accomplished because you've done a great job.
Yeah.
Yep, you really have. And I'm glad you sat right there. I'm glad I had the divider up.
I'm glad you had the divider up.
Clay, I almost had you there, brother.
I still cheated.
What time did Clay get
Oh, so close. I saved the comeback question for you. What time you woke up? No one, I mean.
It was so cool. That brought you to the tie.
It was just too good. All right.
Blevins boys got me.
Clay, where are you working this weekend?
This weekend? Oh, that's a good question. This weekend I'm working at Prohibition Kitchen on Saturday.
PK.
So people want to come see you. The 904 sensation. Where do they go?
The handsome Eeyore.
The handsome
Come
man.
out to Prohibition Kitchen, buy me a drink.
Buy him a drink. Where can they'll find you? Just at the mix table, right?
Yeah, you can't miss me. I'm up in the air.
Yep.
Up in the air. Cool beans.
In the sound booth.
Yep. Go buy Clay a drink. Hey, if you buy him the first one, he'll bring you a tile next time.
Yeah. You'll win a tile.
Well, you'll win a tile. All right. This is the Mike Davis Show. Thank you guys for coming in. Thanks, everybody, for being with us all week. You guys have an amazing weekend. Love all of our viewers and enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.